में 46%, कनाडा में 34%, चीन में 25%, ब्रिटेन में 20% और भारत में 5%, 5.5%। और ये मैं आज का जो आंकड़ा है उसको जोड़ के बता रहा हूं। कहा 58%, 46%, ये सारे आंकड़े और भी हैं, और भारत में 5%। ये क्या दिखाता है? आप याद करिए, सबसे पहले करीब 65 से 70 दिन युद्ध चलता है, लेकिन भारत में तेल की कीमत में 1 रुपए का इजाफा नहीं होता है। सच्चाई नंबर 1। क्योंकि मंशा यह थी कि आम आदमी पर कोई बोझ नहीं पड़ना चाहिए। सरकार वो ठोस कदम उठाती रही जो भारत की जनता के हित में थे। ऑयल कंपनीज ने नुकसान सहना स्वीकार किया, आम जनता को पीड़ा हो ये वो नहीं चाहते थे। ये भी सच्चाई है, आज 75 दिन के बाद भी क्या पेट्रोल डीजल बाजार में मिल नहीं रहा है? मिल रहा है। गैस, पूरे विश्व में संकट है, लेकिन भारत में गैस, डोमेस्टिक गैस खासकर हमारी प्राथमिकता है और उपलब्ध है। यह बात राहुल गांधी और खड़गे जी को क्या दिखाई नहीं देती है? दिखनी चाहिए। नफरत में अंधे होना सही बात नहीं है। और अब जो मैं कहने जा रहा हूं इस पे जरूर ध्यान आपका आकर्षित करूंगा, और यह बात उठनी चाहिए। देखिए, कांग्रेस का चरित्र यह है, जब युद्ध की शुरुआत हुई तो एक जिम्मेदार विपक्षी पार्टी को चाहिए जो अपील प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने देशवासियों से करी उसका स्वागत करे और कहें कि हम भी करेंगे पालन, ये देश हित में है। राजनीति के लिए और विषय मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन नहीं। एक तस्वीर आई कांग्रेस के वेरीफाइड हैंडल से, गैस खत्म होने जा रही है, जल्दी से ले लो, कतार लग गई हैं। जब हमने ये मुद्दा उठाया तो ये ट्वीट डिलीट हो गया, और ये तस्वीर थी कांग्रेस की सरकार की। पहला सवाल, ये फरेब, ये धोखा क्यों? यही तो टूल किट होती है, इसी का तो जिक्र हम कर रहे हैं, ये टूल किट है। दूसरा, स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज, जब वहां से जहाज बहुत कम देशों के अपने गंतव्य स्थान पे पहुंच पा रहे थे और भारत के 2 जहाज वहां से निकल गए और भारत की तरफ आ रहे थे, तो पवन खेड़ा पेड़ा वही वाले, हाँ सही, वो लिखते हैं कि ये जो 2 जहाज हैं ये भारत नहीं आएंगे, भारत नहीं आएंगे। लेकिन ये जहाज तो भारत आ गए। तो ये झूठा प्रचार क्यों? जॉर्ज सोरेस बता रहा था या इलान ओमर बता रही थी कि ये जहाज भारत नहीं आएंगे? ये दूसरा झूठ। ये ट्वीट भी डिलीट कर दिया गया। लेकिन झूठ बोला क्यों गया? तो झूठ नंबर 1, झूठ नंबर 2 और तीसरा जो दुष्प्रचार किया जा रहा है, पिछले 4 महीने से हम देख रहे हैं भारत रूस से कच्चे तेल का आयात नहीं कर रहा, दबाव में है। तो डंके की चोट पे एक बात कहते हैं, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैं, जो देश हित में होगा वही निर्णय लिया जाएगा, और किसी के दबाव में हम काम नहीं करते हैं। और आंकड़े ये कहते हैं, एनडीए की इस सरकार में खासकर पिछले 4-5 सालों में जो कच्चे तेल का आयात हुआ है, ये 30 से 36% तक हुआ है रूस से। 30 से 36%। एक मिनट, एक्सक्यूज मी प्लीज, कौन बात कर रहा है फोन पे? 30 से 36% आयात हो रहा है रूस से कच्चे तेल का, और यूपीए के समय में यह 1% था। दूसरा, 2026 में सबसे ज्यादा आयात अगर कच्चे तेल का हुआ है किसी भी देश से तो वो रूस से हुआ है। तीसरी बात, 20 से 25 बिलियन यूएस डॉलर हमारे देश के बचे हैं जो रूस से कच्चे तेल का आयात हुआ है। चौथी बात, जब रूस से कच्चे तेल के आयात का निर्णय लिया गया था तो किसने विरोध किया था? इसी राहुल गांधी ने किया था, इसी कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किया था। इन तथ्यों पे कोई चादर नहीं डाल सकता, कोई छुपा नहीं सकता। ये वो तथ्य हैं जो बताते हैं कि ईमानदारी की ताकत क्या होती है। इसके साथ ही दूसरा भाग है इसी प्रेस वार्ता का, यह भी बड़ा अहम है। मोहब्बत की दुकान में केवल सांप्रदायिक सामान, यही है कांग्रेस की पहचान। एक बैठक होती है अल्पसंख्यक सलाहकार समिति। इस बैठक में राहुल गांधी, नाम अल्पसंख्यक है समिति का, लेकिन बात केवल और केवल मुस्लिम समाज की करते हैं। वो कहते हैं अगर कोई मुद्दा आए अल्पसंख्यकों से जुड़ा तो अल्पसंख्यक शब्द का इस्तेमाल मत करो, बोलो मुसलमानों पे अत्याचार हो रहा है। फिर से अराजकता फैलाने की कोशिश, यह भी एक टूल किट है। और अगर आप याद करें, खड़गे जी ने कुछ सप्ताह पहले क्या कहा था? मेरे मुसलमान भाइयों, अगर नमाज भी पढ़ रहे हो तो नमाज छोड़ो। कुरान ये कहती है, हमारी पाक कुरान क्या कहती है सुनिए, कि नमाज छोड़ो, सांप दिखे तो मारो। सांप है बीजेपी आरएसएस, इन्हें मारो। आज राहुल गांधी उसे आगे बढ़ा के कहते हैं अब अल्पसंख्यकों का जो चोला ओढ़े रहते थे वो अब नहीं है, अब सीधा मुस्लिम बोलो। ये हताशा, ये निराशा, घबराए हुए राहुल गांधी अब ये बात कह रहे हैं। और इसी पे कांग्रेसी क्या कह रहे हैं वो भी बता दूं। राशिद अलवी कहते हैं कर्नाटका में तो हमारी सरकार है, मतलब कांग्रेस की सरकार है, वहां मुसलमानों के 400 परिवार ऐसे हैं जिनके घर गिरा दिए गए, तो फिर ये ढोंग क्यों किया जा रहा है? अब आप मुझे बताइए, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं कि इस चुनौती भरे समय में भारत के साथ खड़े हो जाइए, अपना अपना योगदान पूरा करिए, उस वक्त राहुल गांधी को सांप्रदायिक राजनीति दिखाई दे रही है। और ये बहुत चिंताजनक है, बहुत दुख की बात है। चुनाव हारने के बाद राहुल गांधी ऐसा बिदक जाते हैं, वो भूल जाते हैं कि एक नेता प्रतिपक्ष की क्या मर्यादा होनी चाहिए। वो अपनी संविधान की जो शपथ ली है उसे भी भूल जाते हैं। और हमारा कार्य है कि इन मुद्दों को हम उठाते रहें, राहुल गांधी को आईना दिखाते रहें, संविधान याद दिलाते रहें। एंड जैसा मैंने कहा, विद और विदाउट राहुल गांधी भारत आगे बढ़ेगा, मजबूती से बढ़ेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है इस इशू से रिलेटेड देन आप पूछ लीजिए।
आप शास्त्र वाले हैं, लगातार विपक्ष की तरफ से ये कहा जा रहा है कि जो तेल की कीमतें बढ़ाई जा रही हैं भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था पर बहुत बुरा प्रभाव डालेगा, आम लोगों को परेशानी और बढ़ने वाली है। तो क्या सही मायने में ऐसा होगा कि आम लोग कभी परेशान
देखिए पिछले 80-85 दिनों से अगर कांग्रेस की प्रेस वार्ता देखिए या उनके बड़े लीडर्स का बयान देखिए तो उन्होंने कहा है कि हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी ख़राब है इसलिए कि तेल के दाम बढ़ गए हैं। हम तेल यहाँ पर हमें तकलीफ होने वाली है इसलिए कि हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी ख़राब है। तो जिस कंट्री में अभी गौरव भाटिया जी ने नाम लिया कई कंट्रीज़ का जहाँ पर तेल के दाम बढ़े हैं पिछले 85 दिन में 21% से लेके 99% तक दाम बढ़ाए गए उन कंट्रीज़ में, क्या उनकी फॉरेन पॉलिसी गलत थी? पहले तो ये सवाल उठाना चाहिए उनसे कि आप जिस तरह का आप स्टेटमेंट देते हैं पहले अपनी समीक्षा कीजिए। दूसरी बात, पूरे दुनिया के परिप्रेक्ष्य में देखिए भारत जो है आज सबसे तेज़ रफ्तार से इकॉनमी चल रही है पूरे दुनिया के परिप्रेक्ष्य में। इंक्रीमेंटल जीडीपी जो है पूरे दुनिया का, ग्लोबल जीडीपी का इंक्रीमेंटल कंट्रीब्यूशन जो उसमें सबसे बड़ा लगभग 20%, 18 पॉइंट कुछ % जो है वो भारत से होता है। तो भारत जो है पूरे दुनिया के जो जीडीपी है उसका ग्रोथ इंजन जो है भारत है, ये बताना चाहता हूँ आपको। तीसरी बात जो बड़ी अहम बात है कि पेट्रोल डीजल के दाम जो है भारत में बढ़े हैं बहुत मार्जिनली, लेकिन जिस दुनिया के परिप्रेक्ष्य में देखें तो सब ज़्यादा बढ़े हैं। और ऐसी कंट्रीज़ में जो स्ट्रेटेजिक रिजर्व जिसके बारे में कांग्रेस के लोगों ने बयान किया था कि चाइना को देखिए, आप जापान को देखिए जहां पर स्ट्रेटेजिक रिजर्व्स है। आज अभी गौरव जी ने दाम बताया उसके, जो तेल के दाम बढ़े हैं वो वहां पर 47% बढ़े हैं चाइना में, जापान में 21% बढ़े हैं और ऐसे बहुत सारे। और आप देखिए यूएई में जहां तो भंडार है वहां भी 86% दाम बढ़े हैं, वो डीजल के दाम बढ़े हैं। एक चीज़ गौरव जी ने कहा जो महंगाई के बारे में कहा, बेसिकली जो है यो सीपीआई नहीं था, वो जो तेल के दाम पिछले 85 दिन से बढ़े हैं उसका उन्होंने ये किया और उससे जो महंगाई पर असर पड़ा है। आज देखिए हमारे भारत, आप जो कह रहे हैं जो कांग्रेस पार्टी के बारे में, कांग्रेस पार्टी को अपना समय देखना चाहिए। ऐसे ग्लोबल ऑयल शॉक के बिना वहाँ पर डबल डिजिट में इन्फ्लेशन होती थी और अभी इतने शॉक के बावजूद इन्फ्लेशन में जो है वो हमारा भी 4%, जो कि हमारी पॉलिसी है कि 4% ±2। एमपीसी जो है ध्यान रखती है उसका कि इसको इंश्योर करना है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2014 में एक कमेटी बनाई आरबीआई की निगरानी में जो मॉनिटर करती है जो सीपीआई को, मतलब 4% ±2 में होना चाहिए। वो आज पूरे तौर से मेंटेन है। इतने प्रेशर के बावजूद भी जो है महंगाई नहीं बढ़ रही और मुझे लगता है कांग्रेस पार्टी को अपने इतिहास देखना चाहिए कि उनके समय में डबल डिजिट इन्फ्लेशन, जितने मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक पैरामीटर्स हैं उस वक्त के उठा के देखिए, वो चरमराते मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक पैरामीटर्स और पॉलिसी पैरालिसिस थी। और आज तेज चलती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था से दुनिया को।
All right, so this was a press conference by the BJP and the clear statement by Gaurav Bhatia. In this case, he said that with or without Rahul Gandhi, the nation is going to progress. And he went on to call him the Bhasmasur of politics also. And also highlighting the fact why there was a price rise. And he said that there was no rise in fuel prices in India earlier. We took all steps in favor of citizens, did not pass on the burden to the citizens. And even after 75 days, we still have sufficient stocks. And can't Rahul Gandhi and Kharge see this? So this is also the highlight of what was being said in the press conference. Now it's time to slip into a short commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, but don't go anywhere, because coming up next, after Madhya Pradesh High Court issued notice to Giriwala on Friday, hearing on ex-judge's bail plea scheduled for today, supposed to be happening at 2:30 p.m.
बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MDH का जल जीरा से
असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
Character, the taste of success.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it, I want to ask them, why are they quiet about this? Why are they quiet? In the silence of the BJP leaders, is there a tacit support to this person? Is there a feeling that anyone who wears or puts a, proclaims that he is from a so-called Hindu organization, that he will be allowed to get away with absolutely everything, including an act of rape? Is there a feeling that this
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है। स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Gesu Bhardwaj, and Twisha Sharma's case has gone big. The Supreme Court is done hearing the case, but at 2:30, stand by for Giribala's anticipatory bail being discussed once again in the High Court in Bhopal. We're getting you all the details, but first, here's a check on your headlines for the hour. Take a look.
Headlines brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
CJI-led Supreme Court bench concludes hearing the Twisha unnatural death case. CBI team to head to Bhopal today to take over Twisha's case. CBI team to also take custody of Samarth and re-register the FIR. Top court slams accused Giribala over remaining uncooperative with the probe and giving interviews to the media. After Madhya Pradesh High Court issued notice to Giribala on Friday, the hearing on ex-judge's bail plea scheduled for today at 2:30 p.m. Republic accesses more details of Samarth's questioning, police probing who shielded Samarth for 10 days. We were starting first with what's happening in Assam, where the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Atul Bora has now tabled the Uniform Civil Code Bill on behalf of the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today in the floor of the Assembly. Now Assam Chief Minister Himanta had committed that if he comes to power once again, the bill will be tabled in the first session, and that has happened today. The bill seeks to ban polygamy and make registration of live-in relationships absolutely compulsory. Now, in fact, this will be after Uttarakhand, the second place where UCC will now be implemented. In fact, also in Gujarat, and now UCC has been tabled in the Assam Assembly. Remember, this comes in complete tandem with what Himanta Biswa Sarma had also said as part of his campaigning with the BJP's hat-trick win in the state. In the first round of Assembly, the UCC bill has now been tabled. The Assam government has introduced the Uniform Civil Code Bill 2026 in the Legislative Assembly. Now, this entire campaign is being spearheaded by the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. In fact, the proposed legislation unifies laws regarding marriage, succession, live-in relationships, even divorce, while completely exempting only scheduled tribes and traditional tribal customs from the laws. Now, in fact, this will standardize the minimum age for marriage, which will, of course, be 21 for men and 18 for women. It mandates registration of marriages and even divorces, and effectively, completely prohibits polygamy. In fact, for live-in relationships, it requires legal registration of live-in partnerships to protect the rights of individuals. In fact, Aniruddha joins us live from Guwahati to get us more details into the matter. Aniruddha, the Assam government under Himanta Biswa Sarma has done what they were saying they will. The UCC has been tabled on the floor of the Assembly. What more details can you get us?
Yes, in fact, in the first cabinet itself, the UCC bill was approved by, the draft was approved by the Himanta Biswa Sarma-led cabinet in Assam, and thereafter today the bill was tabled in the House by Parliamentary Affairs Minister Atul Bora on behalf of Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. And what the Uniform Civil Codes basically says is that there is a single civil legal framework for all residents of the state, bearing the scheduled tribes who have been exempted from the purview of the Uniform Civil Code. However, all the religious-based personal laws has been replaced by this Uniform Civil Code Bill, Assam 2026. And apart from bringing a lot of reforms in the legal system, particularly for marriage, divorce, succession, live-in relationship, all these to ensure that the rights of women, the bill has taken absolute measures in order to ensure the rights of women in the state of Assam, and the bill will be debated in the House. The opposition, particularly the Congress, had tried to create a ruckus in the assembly session as the bill was being tabled. They had demanded that first there should be discussion on the bill and thereafter the bill should be tabled. However, with an absolute majority on their side, the bill was tabled by the government in the House. The bill basically, the Uniform Civil Code Assam 2006 basically ensures a legal framework along with an elaborate view to safeguard the interest of the women in the state. In the bill, most of the measures have been taken in order to ensure that the women particularly doesn't lose the succession right. And apart from that, a lot of crimes had been reported over the several months because of live-in relationships. And now the live-in relationships in the state will be also registered, and in terms of separation in live-in relationship also, the government wants to protect the rights of the women in all cases. Gesu.
Right, Aniruddha. In fact, continue being with us. We're also getting in, one development. The Assam Parliamentary Affairs Minister Atul Bora, the same person who also tabled the UCC bill on behalf of the Chief Minister, has spoken about UCC coming through in Assam. Let's listen into what he has to say on the matter.
Honorable CM is not here today. He left for Delhi. He's coming. On behalf of the Chief Minister, I have tabled the UCC today in the House. And our Honorable Chief Minister, he committed that if he comes to power, if MDA comes to power, it will table in the first session. And that has happened today. Honorable CM is not here today. He left for Delhi. He's coming. On behalf of the Chief Minister, I have tabled the UCC today in the House. And our Honorable Chief Minister, he committed that if he comes to power, if MDA comes to power, it will table in the first session. And that has happened today.
Now, Aniruddha, continue being with us. Aniruddha, we just heard Atul Bora, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister for Assam, and he has been backing UCC up. He says that crime rates will go down if UCC is brought in, and that it's an absolute necessity in this time and age, and that Assam needs to keep up. And that's the exact reason why UCC is being introduced. What more do you know about this? The bill has been tabled, but what about the mandate? Are we eyeing the UCC bill? Are we looking at the bill being easily faring through the floor of the assembly? Aniruddha.
Yes, Gesu, the BJP, the ruling NDA, has got an absolute majority in the House with a total strength of 102 members on their side. So, yes, in passing the bill, there is no challenge as of now. If we talk about the numbers in the assembly, because there are only 24 legislators from the opposition. Yes, Gesu.
Right, Aniruddha. Thanks for getting us, those developments related to the UCC bill in Assam. In fact, viewers, just to give you a roundup, the Assam Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Atul Bora, has tabled the Uniform Civil Code bill on behalf of the Chief Minister today in the floor of the Legislative Assembly House. Now, Assam's Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sharma, committed that if he comes back to power, which he has for a second time straight, the bill will be tabled in the first session. And that exactly has happened right now as we speak in Assam. Now, the government has introduced the bill that seeks to regard, laws that will be unified regarding marriage, divorce, succession, and even live-in relationships. And the only exemption to this law will be the scheduled tribes. Viewers, now the next story is about something that affects all of us unilaterally, you and I. This is about the fuel prices hike. Now, fuel prices have been hiked for a fourth time straight in a fortnight period, with petrol prices crossing rupees 100 per litres in most states. Now, with the Iran war seemingly ending soon, will the prices continue to soar, or will the people of the country, like you and I, experience some respite anytime soon? We have this report that tries to break down everything in the face of the ongoing West Asia conflict and sanctions from the United States that continue on at the Strait of Hormuz. Take a look.
A fresh fuel hike has now hit Indian consumers. Petrol and diesel prices have been hiked for the fourth time in a fortnight. Petrol prices have gone up by rupees 2.61 per litre, while diesel prices have been hiked by rupees 2.71 per litre. With the latest hike, the cumulative price hike now nears rupees 8 in the last 14 days.
For the fourth time in last 10 days, the fuel prices have hiked across the country, and the hit has also come to the consumers in Jammu and Kashmir. Here the fuel prices have surpassed the 100 marks for the petrol. Petrol is now being sold at 104 rupees and 30 paisa with a hike of 2 rupees and 71 paisa. And if we speak of the diesel, the situation of the diesel is that the per litre diesel is 92 rupees and 81 paisa. That has seen a spike of 2 rupees and 69 paisa.
The petrol prices in Delhi have now crossed rupees 100, as the price now stands at rupees 102.12 per litre, while diesel prices reaching 95.20 per litre. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, petrol prices have skyrocketed to about rupees 111.21 per litre. Petrol and diesel prices in Kolkata have also reached rupees 113.51 and rupees 99.82 respectively.
सर, जब घर से आए थे पता था कि जो फ्यूल का प्राइस हाइक हुआ है?
नहीं, हमें नहीं पता था।
2 रुपये 71 पैसे बढ़ा है। दिक्कत होती है आम आदमी को?
हाँ, होती तो है, पर तो पड़ेगा ही ना। पर क्या करें, पीछे से बाहर के कारण और उसी के कारण हो रहा है ये।
परेशानी तो है ही है, रेट का कम होना चाहिए।
अभी किस तरह से गुजारा हो रहा है?
बहुत मुश्किल है, 200 रुपये 100 रुपया लीटर ऊपर हो गया, मुश्किल ही है बहुत।
As global oil certainty continues, the question on everyone's mind right now, whether this is the final hike or only the beginning.
Viewers, now shifting focus to what's happening to the cabinet, Congress cabinet in Karnataka. Now, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be flying to Delhi at 7:30 p.m. with all his cabinet ministers. Now, he has a meeting that's been scheduled with the Congress High Command that's set to take place tomorrow. That's on the 26th of May on Tuesday. And this meeting is expected to happen at around 11 a.m. Now, in fact, the biggest revelation in this is that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has said that he's been summoned to Delhi by the Congress High Command, and he does not even know the subject of the discussion as of now. In fact, this meeting that's scheduled just about 24 hours, lesser than 24 hours from now, tomorrow at 11 a.m. And Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says he's been summoned by the Congress High Command to come to the capital, but he does not know what the meeting is about. Now, in fact, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is expected to also hold discussions with central leaders that could include Rahul Gandhi. Of course, it could include Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, and K.C. Venugopal. Now, in fact, we're also being joined by my colleague Abhishek from the Kannada newsroom to get us more updates into the matter. Abhishek, what is this entire rigmarole about? Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says he's been summoned and he has no idea what these talks are going to be like with the Congress High Command.
It was probably like 6 to 8 months ago when K. N. Rajana, the then minister, had claimed that there will be major changes in the cabinet and also there might be changes in the leadership of the state in the Karnataka, after which he was removed from his position. After which we've come to 2026 May and we are awaiting the response from the AICC, because for the last 6 to 8 months, the various other political leaders, the MLAs, the MLCs, as long as also the cabinet of ministers were doubting if CM Siddaramaiah will continue in the chair of Chief Minister or DK Shivkumar be elevated to the position of Chief Minister. On the other hand, we have been informed, the Chief Minister has informed that he has received a call from the High Command of the Congress Party to have a meeting with the High Command, which is designated to happen tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the Delhi headquarters. After questioning DCM DK Shivkumar if he has received any call with respect to the same, he says he hasn't received any call and he will go to Delhi whenever he gets a call. And we are also speculating that the High Command, inclusive of Rajiv Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjuna Kharge, KC Venugopal, Randeep Singh Surjewala might have conversation with CM Siddaramaiah with respect to the leadership change if there is any changes that are about to happen in the next couple of months. On the other hand, we are also seeing if the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will give the new names of the ministers or the aspirants of the position of ministers in the state of Karnataka. On the other hand, he is also supposed to give the names of the ministers who are ready to deboard from the cabinet, which is currently prevailing in the state of Karnataka. On the other hand, there might be also feedback about the administration in the state of Karnataka along with the anti-incumbency on the KPCC president. So there are various other speculations with respect to what might be the questions laid down in front of Siddaramaiah, and also we are expecting that a couple of MLAs and ministers will be flying with Siddaramaiah to Delhi in today's flight.
Definitely. Abhishek, you know, the most severe dent in this entire revelation is the fact that Siddaramaiah says he's been summoned and he has no idea what is that for. So this looks like a deep crack between the Congress High Command and the Karnataka Congress unit. But also, Abhishek, you know, hold on for a moment. We also are getting in a statement from Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, a renewed statement. In fact, I think that bite is in Kannada, and I would request you if you could translate what the Chief Minister is saying to the media.
To Delhi. Tomorrow there is a meeting by 11 o'clock. I don't know the subject. But I am invited. Last night, Mr. Venugopal called me and intimated me the date and meeting.
Once again, many speculations are surrounding, sir. As you are meeting High Command after a long time. Many speculations are running around. Will it be a full stop?
Speculations are always there.
Fuel prices, sir. How do you see this?
Speculations are always
Delhi, sir, tomorrow.
In fact, viewers, that's Congress's Chief Minister in Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, who's in fact scheduled to visit New Delhi tomorrow. In fact, today, 7:30 p.m. is when he flies out of Karnataka with his cabinet ministers. As per the Chief Minister, he's been summoned by the Congress's senior leadership, the Congress's senior unit in the capital in New Delhi. And a meeting is scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. In fact, the most severe revelation in this entire rigmarole is the fact that Siddaramaiah goes on to say that he's been summoned and he has no idea for what. So this actually goes on to show deep cracks within the Congress High Command and the Congress's unit in Karnataka, especially with their own Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, who has been incumbent in Karnataka for so long, representing the Congress party. In fact, as part of the discussions, we can expect central leadership of the Congress to be present in the talks. That could include Rahul Gandhi. Of course, that could include the Congress President Mallikarjuna Kharge, Sonia Gandhi. It could also include KC Venugopal as per sources. In fact, DK Shivakumar's status in this entire thing is that he's not currently scheduled to attend the meeting, but is ready to fly out if he's also summoned by the High Command. Now, in fact, Abhishek continues being with us on the broadcast. Abhishek, speak to us about the build-up to this entire summoning. You were talking about how, you saw it coming, how the Congress unit possibly also saw it coming. But the fact that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah sounds so clueless in front of the media when he says he puts his own Congress senior leadership under the bus by saying that he's been summoned by them, he's been called, and he has no idea for what that is. So that also goes on to show, communication cracks between the High Command and Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who's been incumbent. He's been representing the Congress party in the state for so long. Abhishek.
Gesu, there might be another point of view as well, because CM Siddaramaiah is known for his strategies for the last 4 decades. And this point of time, he doesn't probably want to make sure that the media knows why CM Siddaramaiah is meeting with the High Command. And it is very sure that the High Command would have intimated CM Siddaramaiah as to what the agenda of the meeting might be. And also there will be a direction as to what he will have to prepare for the meeting. On the other hand, this speculation, as questioned by the reporters, he says the speculations will always continue. It will prevail no matter what. And also we have seen CM Siddaramaiah speaking to the media in various other occasions, stating that whenever the High Command calls him, he will be there to address the High Command in Delhi. And various other ministers of the cabinet of CM Siddaramaiah have mentioned that the High Command have called CM Siddaramaiah to make sure that the dispute between the leadership or the confusion between the leadership for the chair of Chief Minister ends today or probably tomorrow morning. And this might be the only reason as to why CM Siddaramaiah is being called to Delhi. On the other hand, he had mentioned long ago in the month of January that he is ready to get the cabinet reshuffled or expanded. And the High Command had demanded the names of the people who had to be included in the cabinet, and also
Definitely. Abhishek, thanks very much for getting us such a detailed lowdown. And of course, we'll keep a close watch on what this confusion within the Congress, especially in regards to Karnataka, looks like. But viewers, shifting focus now, we're tracking once again what's happening to Twisha's unnatural death case. Now, in fact, in the latest development, Giri Bala's bail cancellation hearing is scheduled at 2:30 p.m. at the Jabalpur High Court. That's the latest that we're learning in. So a massive impact that's been done by Republic's coverage, constant coverage of the case. Now the High Court in Jabalpur is going to once again look at its decision of giving Giri Bala an anticipatory bail. Remember, lawyers have come forward, even from the Madhya Pradesh Bar Council, questioning why was the ex-judge Giri Bala given a bail in such a severe case. And in fact, there are multiple grounds for why this bail needs to be cancelled. In fact, before going to the reasons for why this should be, let's also listen in to my colleague Manav, who's been on ground. He's spoken to Twisha's family lawyer, who has spoken against the cancellation of Giri Bala's anticipatory bail. Listen in.
पीयूष तिवारी जी हैं, ट्विशा के पिता के वकील हैं और इस वक्त हम जबलपुर हाई कोर्ट के बाहर खड़े हैं। सर, हाई कोर्ट में आज क्या कुछ होगा, क्योंकि मध्य प्रदेश सरकार ने भी कह दिया है कि अग्रिम जमानत गिरिबाला सिंह की खारिज होनी चाहिए, नोटिस का ढंग से जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं, और इसी संबंध में आप लोगों ने भी एक याचिका लगाई है।
जी, हम दोनों ने याचिका लगाई है। पहली याचिका हमारी है, उसके बाद शासन ने लगाई है। हम दोनों की प्रेयर सेम है कि जो 15 तारीख को जिला न्यायालय भोपाल के द्वारा गिरिबाला सिंह को जो बेल दी गई है, एंटीसिपेटरी बेल, उसको जल्द से जल्द खारिज किया जाए और उनको तुरंत हिरासत में लेके उनका भी इंटरोगेशन किया जाए। इसके बाद ज़्यादा तथ्य सामने आ पाएंगे, चीज़ें क्लियर हो पाएंगी कि क्या कुछ हुआ था उस दिन और उतने दिन के 13 से लेके 15 तारीख के बीच के अंतराल में क्या क्या हुआ था। ये सारी चीज़ें तभी क्लियर हो पाएंगी।
जिस तरीके से हम देख रहे हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इस पर सुमोटो लिया, संज्ञान उस पर लिया और सुनवाई वहाँ पर हुई, तो सिर्फ ट्विशा ही नहीं, अब कहीं ना कहीं ये मामला ट्विशा जैसी और जो पीड़िताएं हैं उनको भी, उनके साथ भी न्याय सुनिश्चित करने की एक मुहिम जुडिशरी करती हुई दिखाई दे रही है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बहुत सही है। ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बहुत अच्छा कदम उठाया और उस पर CJI साहब ने ये चीज़ बोली भी है कि ये सारी चीज़ें जल्द से जल्द होनी चाहिए। उन्होंने भी दुख व्यक्त किया कि जो ट्विशा के साथ हुआ है वो गलत हुआ है, बट सिंस और एक्शन जो शासन के द्वारा लिया गया जल्द से जल्द कि उन्होंने तुरंत CBI को हैंड ओवर कर दिया मैटर, तो उन्होंने उस चीज़ की भी प्रशंसा की कि सिंस सारी चीज़ें अब हो चुकी है, तब उनके पास ऐसा करने को कुछ रहा नहीं है। तो उन्होंने केवल दोनों परिवार के लोगों से इतनी एक तरीके से रिक्वेस्ट की है कि आप लोग ज़्यादा मीडिया के सामने आके बयानबाजी ना करें। जो भी आपको कुछ कहना है आप इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर को बोलिए, कोर्ट के सामने रखिए अपने एडवोकेट के थ्रू, बट मीडिया के सामने आने से सारी चीज़ें थोड़ा बचें।
गिरिबाला सिंह जी की अग्रिम जमानत को खारिज करने के लिए आपकी दलीलें क्या रहेंगी, क्योंकि बाकी का मामला तो सब जुडिस है, ठीक है, लेकिन क्या वो पॉइंट्स हैं जिससे आपको लगता है कि उनको जमानत नहीं देनी चाहिए? क्योंकि तुषार मेहता भी पिछली बार सुनवाई में कह रहे थे कि वो महिला, वो पूर्व जज जो सबूत हैं उनके साथ छेड़छाड़ कर सकती है।
देखिए, ये सारी चीज़ें अभी चूँकि केस ऑलरेडी 2:30 बजे के लिए नियत है, तो मैं उसके पहले ज़्यादा नहीं बता पाऊँगा।
Shambhavi, in fact, continues being with us on the broadcast. She is outside Giri Bala's residence. She's been tracking every movement of the ex-judge Giri Bala. Shambhavi, now we're eyeing 2:30 p.m. The time is close. High Court's hearing in Jabalpur against Giri Bala's anticipatory bail will begin anytime soon. What more are you picking up?
Well, yes, two very important hearings are scheduled today. One was the Supreme Court, the hearing in Supreme Court, the suo motu cognizance taken up by Supreme Court. Although it was a little disappointing given that the court had said that both the accused and the victim's family in the matter should not be speaking to media. Or the media was the one who brought the entire matter to the light. Media was the one who made sure that the matter reaches the court's table, and the matter was taken up as suo motu cognizance. Given that there is another hearing in the Madhya Pradesh High Court where there's an application for the cancellation of Giribala Singh's bail was filed and a notice was issued. The hearing of it is scheduled for today at 2:30 p.m. We'll see what kind of arguments are set to happen. Although as a matter of fact, we know that in the last day when the notice was issued to Giribala Singh, Solicitor General Twisha Sharma said that it is the grounds on which Giribala Singhs have been given anticipatory bail should not be considered, and her bail should be cancelled. Even the court said that they agreed that the anticipatory bail which was given to Giribala Singh was given in a hurried manner. That is why a notice was issued. So we can expect a lot to happen today in court. We'll see what kind of arguments are made by both the ends, be it the victim's side of the family, which has been actively saying that Giribala Singh is one of the main accused in the case, and because she was given anticipatory bail, she had the opportunity to tamper with the evidence, to tamper with the spot, the alleged crime spot or the possible crime spot, and that should not have happened. And she had a lot of time to influence the investigation, which is now, of course, given to CBI. And the other side is, of course, going to advocate.
Definitely. You know, Shambhavi, in fact, exactly what you've been listing, we want to take our viewers through the reasons for why the anticipatory bail for Giribala, the ex-judge, must be cancelled. In fact, first amongst those reasons is that Giribala made about 46 calls immediately after Twisha's death, and these were highly connected people who she tried to reach out to. The second reason, she also called the CCTV operator to clean up the footage that was, in fact, made to fit a certain narrative that she wanted to peddle forward. In fact, third and foremost reason is that Giribala dialed sitting in former judges. So she used her ex-judge position to manipulate the case as much as possible. Fourth, she also tried to collect CCTV footage from the salon. Remember, Twisha was seen in a salon just hours before her death, and she tried to access that CCTV footage. So evidence tampering. Fifth, she's heard justifying harassing Twisha in an audio tape that was exclusively accessed by Republic. That was a conversation between Twisha's brother, Major Harshit Sharma, and ex-judge Giribala. Sixth, she also mentioned in Twisha's chats, she's been mentioned for harassment, and those details have also come forward in chats that have leaked from Twisha's personal mobile phone. In fact, the seventh reason is that Giribala gave endless interviews slandering Twisha. She completely tried to malign the image of the victim. And Shambhavi continues being with us as she makes her way through to track Giribala and everything that's unfolding. So Shambhavi, these were just, 7 reasons, and there are plenty more. But the fact that she was going around and completely tampering with the evidence, she was trying to, twist the CCTV footages to fit her narrative. She also dialed judges and connected people. That also included the SHO, by the way, of the Katara Hills police station, and the fact that she went around maligning the victim's image. So those are just few reasons why the anticipatory bail should be cancelled. And also, speak to us about the fact that the High Court, while pronouncing her bail, had done it in a very hasty manner. This was done in a speeding manner, without all of these evidences being taken into account. Shambhavi.
Well, Kesu, talk about influence. If somebody has enough influence in the fraternity that even before the FIR was registered, she was given an anticipatory bail. Talk about influence that an FIR was not registered for 4 straight days while the family was being intimidated by the police, people saying, you better take your child's body, you better take your daughter's body, or we'll not be filing an FIR. And while all this was happening, this woman was given anticipatory bail. Exactly. One of the main grounds, as per law as well, is that you should not be involved in tampering of evidence. You should not be, and you should cooperate with the interrogation. Two main grounds of anticipatory bail is this generally as per law. She has been doing both. Even the commissioner has said, and everybody has been saying, every authority has been saying that both the mother and son duo has not been cooperating with the interrogation, especially Girbala Singh has not been cooperating with the investigation. She has been called 3 times. She has been given notice 3 times that you come and record your statement and cooperate with the interrogation. She has not done that. Second is tampering of evidence. She has been tampering evidence left, right and center. She has also tried to do that, as you very rightly mentioned, in the beauty parlor. Her legal team tried to get access of a matter, that to sub judice. She is a legal person. She is a judge. She knows what she is doing. It's not some naive common man who does not know the nook and corner of law. She has been the district judge. She's former district judge. So she knows exactly what she's doing. And that person has been given anticipatory bail. Even the MP High Court agreed that the bail, which was the anticipatory bail given by trial court, was given in a hurried manner. All the aspects that you've mentioned, the 7 reasons, I have mentioned 3 reasons. All the reasons were not considered before giving her anticipatory bail. Gezu.
In fact, apart from the reasons that we just listed for why the bail needs to be struck down, the authorities that you were speaking about have clearly mentioned that evidence was being tampered, it was being destroyed by the ex-judge Giribala. In fact, not just that. The second reason goes on to show how, in fact, Giribala is responsible for tampering and destroying the evidence. The reason number 2, like you also mentioned, Shambhavi, the police commissioner has himself mentioned that she's not been cooperating in the ongoing probe. Neither was her son. He was on a run. And third reason, there was a hurry in granting of the bail by the courts as well. In fact, reason number 4 for why this should be cancelled is the severity of offence. Exactly how we've been talking about the fact that in dowry death cases, there should be no anticipatory bail at all. Reason number 5, she remains one of the key accused in the case. Twisha's WhatsApp chats have revealed that. Her tape with Major Harshit Sharma reveals that as well. In fact, 6th reason is that she's been going around maligning the victim completely. She has come on national television. She's also tried to speak to us, where she is questioning Twisha's character after she was found dead. Reason number 7. She ignored Twisha's family's calls on the night of the death. So when the family heard Samarth scream at Twisha and the phone got dropped abruptly, after that they kept reaching out to Giribala Singh, who refused to take any calls. And she finally picked up 1 hour later when she told the family that their daughter, Twisha Sharma, was no more. So this entire discrepancy, the 7 reasons why her bail plea should be struck down. Going back to my colleague Shambhavi, who continues being with us on the broadcast. Shambhavi, you've seen every facet of this case. You've seen the developments. You've seen the falls. You've also been at the funeral. So everything that's unfolded in this case so far, there is a huge question and there is demand, a resounding demand from the public and also from within the authorities for the cancellation of Giribala's anticipatory bail. I think we've dropped a connection with my colleague Shambhavi, who is right now transiting. She is constantly trying to get from one place to another to get to the root of the story and to not miss out on any developments at all. Viewers, now we're getting in some other breaking development that's coming in. The hearing for the petition demanding the cancellation of Giribala's anticipatory bail is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. today. In fact, our editor for legal, Rhythm Bhardwaj, also joins us on the broadcast. She's been fronting this entire story, breaking it down for us in our newsrooms, in our studios, and getting us details to the T for what this means. Now, Rhythm, what can be expected out of the fact that the High Court is going to hear the anticipatory bail that was given to Giribala?
Okay, let's tell our viewers, Gesu, I'm going to put out the breaking news that's coming in. The matter has begun. The Giribala bail cancellation hearing has begun in the court. I'm giving out these details. We're also going to tell our viewers, present inside Court 9 of the Jabalpur High Court, Advocate General Prashant Singh has arrived. The matter has started. Siddharth Luthra has also joined for Twisha's family. We'll stay with that breaking news and with the shots of what's happening at the Jabalpur High Court. This is the big news that's now coming in. And I'm also asking, our reporters and my colleagues who are lawyers who are present inside to give us updates. All right, so I'm going to tell our viewers, for Twisha, family, we also have Siddharth Luthra. The Solicitor General had last time on Friday asked for this date to be put for this case, and finally it's going to come up. This is a big crucial case. I also want to know from our people, from our friends inside the hearing, the virtual link, Giribala lawyers, who is appearing for her, because there was a lot of rumors that she would appear for herself since Migredra Singh had stated, I will not be appearing in this case. This is the big story now. Nitya Ramakrishnan, senior advocate, is representing Giribala Singh. All right, so let's break more news down, that all this talk that was happening about who would appear for Giribala Singh, because last moment Giribala's sources said would try and appear for herself. But now the news that's coming in, Nitya Ramakrishnan is a senior advocate. She's going to be appearing for Giribala Singh. We've seen this happen earlier also. Let me also tell our viewers, the single judge bench of Justice Dev Narayan Mishra is going to be hearing the petition cancelling the anticipatory bail of Giribala Singh. This is the big news that's coming in, viewers. The hearing has begun right now. I also want to tell our viewers what is happening inside the courtroom currently, because both the sides are going to be arguing what is happening in the court. All right, in the court, please. So I'm just going to ask, what's happening inside the courtroom hearing as we are speaking. So she's saying the victim's petition is not served to her. All right, so the first thing that's being said, it's technical, it's unfortunate that Nitya Ramakrishnan, and what the family is saying is that this particular petition has not been given to us yet. The bench is assembled to hear the case. She's requesting for a short adjournment. All right, let me tell you, let's break this down for our viewers. Giribala Singh is asking for an adjournment in the matter. First, they come up and they say that please give us this case on Monday because the notice has to be issued. The notice is issued, and now Giribala Singh is saying that have a short adjournment in the matter since the petition of Twisha's family was not given to me. Ex-judge Giribala Singh is seeking an adjournment. Siddharth Luthra, appearing for the family, has said, I appear in the state. I can appear in this, the petition for the victim. I'm going to support the petition of the state. So viewers, let me put this again into perspective for you. The Madhya Pradesh state had filed this application for anticipatory bail. Siddharth Luthra is appearing for the Twisha's family and says he's also filing the petition. He's supporting the petition of the state. But yet again, Giribala is trying to misuse the procedure of the court and is asking for an adjournment. This is the big news. Will Giribala get away again, asking for another delay, asking for this petition to be even now adjourned for another date? These are delaying tactics. Giribala should have been arrested earlier. She has a clear critical role to play in this case. And now what Republic TV is telling our viewers is, it's not time up for Giribala yet, who's now, even now, trying another tactic. At present, notice is being... Okay, let me also tell our viewers, the senior appearing for Giribala State, she needs to see the petition, and at present, notice is being issued in the victim's petition to the respondent. Viewers, if really today nothing is happening, then it's going to be extremely disappointing for the family, extremely disappointing for the outraged Indians who've been watching this to try and see whether the anticipatory bail plea would be cancelled. Everyone's been speaking about why Giribala should be arrested. Today we were thinking if the anticipatory bail is cancelled, she would apply and ask, she would surrender to the court herself. But there is a new delaying tactic. There is a new lawyer in the court. It's Nitya Ramakrishnan, senior advocate, appearing for Giribala. And this time Giribala is looking at legal technicalities. All right, the bench has also said the parents have filed additional contentions. We would have to give respondents a chance to respond to the contentions. Either the parents say they will only support the state's plea. Therefore, notice is being issued to the respondents. I think there's going to be another adjournment. Today is turning out to be a damn squib for the family, Twisha's family, because matter is getting adjourned for reply of Giribala. This is the big news that's coming in, viewers. Everybody was waiting and was hoping today would be the day that the anticipatory bail could be cancelled on the basis of the evidence, the call data records, the CCTV operators who were called, the CCTV operators at the parlour of Giribala who were called. But alas, I don't think this is what's going to happen today. The Madhya Pradesh High Court is going to possibly cancel this. This is what we are hearing, and what we're being told right now is Senior Advocate Meenakshi Arora representing Giribala. Okay, I think it's Nitya Ramakrishnan. It must be also Meenakshi who's appearing there. We have to see that. The High Court has said we have to give a chance to the respondents to reply. So viewers, I'm going to break this down for you. A very high critical hearing, high profile, high drama. Critical hearing was to be there at 2:30 today. Giribala's bail plea, the anticipatory bail plea, was to be cancelled or could have been cancelled today, as whatever was there in the wisdom of the court. But now the news that's coming in, the Giribala case could possibly be adjourned only on the point that the court has said that she will be also given a chance to give her side of the things, which is something they could have earlier done. So let's tell our viewers that right now, Giribala Singh, her lawyer, is seeking an adjournment in the Jabalpur High Court. She's not present physically in the High Court. This is something my colleague Shamvi had also told us because she was seeking an adjournment. Okay, let me also go across to guests and our reporters joining us. And Shamvi and Harsh continue to report. Some from Jabalpur and some are reporting from Bhopal. Shamvi was outside Giribala's house today and she did say that she would possibly have not reached for this hearing unless she wanted to virtually appear for herself. But Giribala has not chosen to do that. Harsh is reporting from outside the courtroom and I'm going to go across to him. But before that, let me also tell you, bench has now said, this is what my colleague is telling us, till when would you give the reply? And Senior Advocate Nitya Ramakrishnan is asking for 1 week. Luthra, Siddharth Luthra, Twisha's family lawyer. Okay, let me break this down first. Breaking news coming in. The Solicitor General has also joined the proceedings. If we can just break this for our viewers. The country's top law officer appearing for the Madhya Pradesh state has also now joined the hearings. He had earlier spoken about the bail, anticipatory bail of Giribala Singh being cancelled. Now, Solicitor General joins the proceeding. The bench said it is not such a big matter. Siddharth Luthra appearing for Twisha's family said we are pressing an urgency. The matter is getting adjourned to 29th May. This is the news that's coming in. Let's break it down for our viewers. The Solicitor General has joined the proceedings, but even though Siddharth Luthra, Twisha's family lawyer, said we are pressing for urgency, we did not request notice of the last hearing. Please just give them 1 day or 2. So viewers, let's put this here. On Republic TV, the hearing today is going to be adjourned. It's going to be on another day. But let me also tell you there's another twist in the story, and this is what happens when the Solicitor General comes in. The Solicitor General is opposing this particular adjournment vociferously. He just joined, and this is massive because earlier we saw that the bail cancellation hearing could be adjourned. It's not adjourned yet, so let's keep our hopes right up. Because the Solicitor General who's joined the hearing now for the state of Madhya Pradesh is opposing this vociferously. It's yet another adjournment, yet another delaying tactic that Giribala is seeking. Even in the courtroom, they said that evidence could be tampered with. It's been so many days, but the judge has dismissed it. The case, okay, I'll also go across. Giribala is getting time to file a response. Let's break this news down first, breaking first right here on Republic TV. The case has been kept for 29th of May. The Solicitor General of India said when they can apply for bail and be granted the same within a day, we request for an early and expeditious hearing as was given by the Sessions Court. So we're just going to go down to the big breaking news right now. Break the news right now. Giribala is getting 4 days time to file her reply. Let's break that. That's the breaking news coming in today. The 2:30 hearing in the Madhya Pradesh High Court is over. Giribala gets 4 days to file her response. The bail adjournment that was being looked at has been vociferously opposed by the Solicitor General of India. The High Court has now adjourned this case for 29th. We're also now being told she gets 4 days to file her reply. This is massive that's coming in right now. Court is not acceding to the request of the Solicitor General for an early date. Big words. Even as the Solicitor General is asking and opposing this early date being given to Giribala, the Solicitor General has said, this is a serious matter. That is my perception. There was institutional bias. The bench says, I think 29th is sufficient to file. Kindly have it day after tomorrow. But I want to highlight the words of S.G. Mehta, please, where he says, there was institutional bias. That is a big thing. So the SG had asked for after this matter is adjourned to 27th of May. All right, so there is some relief that has come in. It's not adjourned to, it's matter is adjourned for 2 days, So because of the opposition of the SG, and I think today clearly, viewers, it's the Solicitor General that is saving the day for Twisha's family, because every delay in this case, every delay in the court hearing is going to have them feel even worse. They were looking for justice, they were looking for the anticipatory bail to be cancelled, but yet again today, on a legal technicality, Giribala Singh has asked for 2 more days because she wants to see the petition of Twisha's family and the state. And now the court has given them 2 days in its wisdom. And Nitya Ramakrishnan has said that she will look at this and then she will file a reply on both. But Supreme Court, yes, I will go across to Shamvi also. Shamvi, let's tell our viewers what's just happened, and we've just broken that right here first on Republic TV. Following Twisha's family, this was supposed to be a big hearing, a big relief for the family, but 2 to 3 things have happened. SG Tushar Mehta appeared in the case and said there is clear institutional bias. He opposed the adjournment of this plea. They wanted to do it for 4 days, but the SG said no, we need to do it in 2 days. It's a matter of urgency. That's why this case is going to come up on 27th. We're also now being told that Giribala's hearing is adjourned to 27th May and proceedings adjourned to 27th of May at 2:30 p.m. Okay, Shamvi, what are you picking up around you?
Well, as you very rightly mentioned, that Giribala Singh and her lawyers have made sure that they will completely exhaust all of their legal knowledge to delay the process of justice as much as possible. They've been doing it since forever, since the case started, since day one, and they continue to do it. So for the ease of our viewers, it is important to understand that there were 2 cases which were there, 2 separate pleas which were filed. One was by the state government and one was by the parents. And the parents had added
Go ahead.
Well, yes. So the parents had added extra affidavit. The court said that the respondents need some time to file to assess, of course, all the documents which have been added newly and then reply to it. So now we know that it is the date of the hearing is 27th of May. Although, of course, it is also very rightly said that each and every day that there is an adjournment or the hearing does not take place or something substantive does not happen in court, it is just more painful for the victim's family. It is just more painful for the entire Sharma family who's been going through this entire process for 13, 14 days now, who just put their daughter to rest yesterday, and after days and days of struggle, they were able to do it. And even in the Supreme Court today, there was, of course, a little relief. We know that the CBI is going to reach Bhopal at any moment. They will leave from Delhi, and a special team is being constituted for the entire investigation to be started from scratch. But it is a little too late, given that a lot of the evidence has already been removed or tampered with, given that she was given anticipatory bail. And so it is all really a connected matter.
Okay, let me break this once more for our viewers, Shamvi, and I request you and Harsh to stay with us. The Madhya Pradesh High Court has adjourned the anticipatory bail application plea that had been filed for rejection of it by the state for Giribala Singh. It was filed before them. Giribala Singh gets 2 more days. She's going to be looking, and her lawyers are going to be looking even more thoroughly into the petitions before them, and they're going to look at whether they want to file a reply or not. Extremely disappointing for the family. We can see the brother Major Harshit there performing the last rites of Twisha. Today the court, we spoke to the father in the morning and said we always wanted a CBI, we want an investigation, we want to understand what's happened. If we look at the words very carefully of what the Supreme Court was told by the Solicitor General in the morning, the Solicitor General said it is better to have a divorced daughter than a dead one. And this is really the pain of the family. They have several times spoken about it. Major Harshit has regretted that they were not able to take action too quickly. But this is also, viewers, everybody is telling us that we need to be looking and look at the words of what the Solicitor General said. This case also happened because of what media did. Because Republic TV took on this case. Like the father said in this case also, it was our investigation that led to the doors being opened up. The family was being threatened inside the district court earlier on 16th. For 3 more days, they didn't file an FIR. On 15th, when they went forward, then FIR was not filed. But alas, it seems yet again the process needs to be followed. Giribala Singh gets 2 days of anticipatory bail. She gets 2 more days to file a reply to her anticipatory bail application. Harsh, what are you picking up at the Jabalpur High Court when it seems all the action is she's got new lawyers, but the tone is the same, get the matter adjourned?
Right, Rhythm, now the anticipatory bail, the matter in this regard has been adjourned till May 27. They initially demanded, the Giribala side, in fact, Meenakshi Arora is the lawyer representing her. She demanded the court to be adjourned till May 29th. However, on the demands of Solicitor General that a lot of evidence has already been tampered and a lot of evidence can be tampered. The court has been adjourned till May 27th and Giribala Singh is not physically present here at the court premises and Meenakshi Arora is the lawyer who is representing her virtually. Now this is a big breaking information, very saddening for the family, in fact, that the cancellation of the anticipatory bail petition has been adjourned. The hearing in this regard has been adjourned till May 27th and the family will have to wait for 2 more days to finally, when the court comes up with a conclusion that whether the anticipatory bail that has been given to Giribala Singh by a sessions court in Bhopal will be cancelled or not. Now this is the breaking news that we are fetching for our viewers on Republic TV. Court number 9, the bench, a single judge bench of Justice Dev Narayan Mishra, in fact, was hearing this matter and the matter has been adjourned till May 27. The matter will be heard at the Jabalpur High Court at 2:30 p.m. on 27th May. Now this is what the court has to say in this regard. 2 more days for Giribala Singh and in fact a very saddening news for Twisha Sharma's family. In fact, the entire 145 crore people who are in fact now demanding justice for Twisha Sharma to be served.
Absolutely. And Harsh, I will request you and Shamvi to continue being with us. This is the big news of the day. First, in the Supreme Court, this matter has been handed to the CBI. Secondly, now this court has said that notice has been issued to Giribala and now in 2 days they will have to reply once again. This is our top focus. We'll continue tracking. And remember, viewers, before I take a break, Republic reports the facts. We've reported and set the narrative based on the facts that were with us and we shall continue to do so. We're back after a short break. Stay on with our top focus story, which we continue saying is our campaign, Justice for Twisha.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate.
Amity University has one of India's largest merit scholarship programs for brilliant students. Over 9,000 students with 90% plus in their 12th boards are currently at Amity, benefiting from the culture of academic excellence and focus on research and innovation. To be with like-minded students who want to be successful, apply at amity.edu/scholarships.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा से MDH का जल जीरा जीरा से
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
Character, the taste of success.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it, I want to ask them, why are they quiet about this? Why are they quiet? In the silence of the BJP leaders, is there a tacit support to this person? Is there a feeling that anyone who wears or puts a, proclaims that he is from a so-called Hindu organization, that he will be allowed to get away?
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Gesu Bharadwaj. And viewers, Twisha's mother-in-law, ex-Judge Giribala's anticipatory bail plea hearing has now been adjourned. The next day that's been announced is the 27th of May. A huge setback for Twisha's family that's been demanding justice. And just yesterday, she was laid to rest. We're getting you all the details, but first, here's a check on your headlines for the hour. Take a look.
Headlines brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Madhya Pradesh High Court adjourns Giribala's bail hearing to 27th of May. Giribala gets 2 days of time to file her response. CJI-led Supreme Court bench concludes the hearing in Twisha's unnatural death case. CBI team to head to Bhopal today to take over Twisha's case. The team will also take full custody of Samarth and re-register the first information report. Top court slams accused Giribala over remaining uncooperative with the probe and giving interviews to the media. Republic accesses more details of Samarth's questioning and probing. Police probing who shielded Samarth for 10 days. Viewers, now starting first with what's happening in the Twisha case, the Madhya Pradesh High Court has adjourned Giribala's bail cancellation, and that hearing has now been adjourned to the 27th of May. So she gets 2 more days to file her response. Now the High Court has granted 2 days' time to Giribala Singh to file a reply in the additional contentions that have been raised in the plea that has been submitted by Twisha's family, specifically her parents, in fact also her father Navnidhi Sharma. So a huge setback for Twisha's family, a huge setback for everybody who was eyeing justice in the case, as it gets delayed a lot more than anticipated. Remember, 4 days it took to even file a first information report in the case. That was a fault on the part of the police authorities, the local Madhya Pradesh police authorities. So the Bhopal police remained at the center of that delay. Following that, a second postmortem was being asked for by Twisha's parents. That was delayed for way long, and 12 days later, that happened yesterday in the morning. And now, the anticipatory bail hearing of Giribala has also been adjourned and shifted to 27th of May. In fact, Harsh, my colleague, joins us live on the broadcast to get us more updates into the matter. Harsh, you've been outside the Jabalpur High Court for days at a stretch, right from when Samarth was found and he was arrested to now, the day when Giribala's bail plea has, the adjournment over her bail plea has come down to the 27th. What's it like? You also spoke to the lawyer of Giribala Singh. What was his take on the matter?
Right, Gesu, now this comes as a big setback for Twisha Sharma's family and the entire nation, because Giribala Singh, the prime accused in the case, has been rewarded with another 2 days. Now the matter will be heard at 27th May here in the Jabalpur High Court at 2:30 p.m. This is what we are fetching. Now the extra 2 days have been rewarded to Giribala Singh. Meenakshi Arora was a senior lawyer who was in fact appearing on behalf of Giribala Singh. There were some sources that Giribala Singh might contest her own case and she might also appear here at the Jabalpur High Court physically, but she was not present here at the court premises. Neither she was contesting her own case, and in fact it was Meenakshi Arora who was representing on Giribala's behalf. They were demanding an adjournment till May 29th. However, the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, who in fact was joining virtually, he said that a lot of evidence has already been tampered and a lot of evidence can now be tampered, and that is exactly why the court has now come up to a conclusion that the matter will be heard at 2:30 p.m. on May 27th here at the Jabalpur High Court. In fact, I would also try to speak to Piyush Mishra, who is the senior, Piyush Tiwari, I beg your pardon, who is the senior lawyer, in fact, representing Twisha's family on this behalf. He's currently busy with speaking to other channels, but we'll also speak to Piyush Tiwari, who was in fact representing Twisha Sharma's family in this case. He has mentioned that it is their legal right to ask for adjournment, and the same has been given by the High Court's bench in Jabalpur. Now, Dev Narayan Mishra was the judge. It was a single judge bench that was hearing this petition, and now the matter has been adjourned till May 27th, and this is a big setback for Twisha Sharma's family, because 2 extra days have been given to Giribala Singh, who is not just a prime accused in this case, but there were also allegations that she is not cooperating in this regard. She has remained incooperative throughout the investigation. In fact, Piyush Tiwari joins us on the broadcast. Sir, what happened in the proceeding today? Why was the court adjourned till May 27th? And what is up next for Twisha Sharma's family?
Matter is simply adjourned for 27th and it shall be taken up at 2:30. It is only directed to them to file the response to our application and to the application filed by the state. Nothing else.
What is up next? What will be your line of action appearing on May 27th?
That can only be decided when they will file their response. And on 27th, we will argue the matter, and whatever court will do.
Was Giribala Singh present in the hearing? I am sure not physically, but was she present here virtually?
No, that I don't know. I am not aware of that.
Thank you so much for speaking to Republic. So this in fact was Piyush Tiwari, a lawyer representing Twisha Sharma's family in this regard. He says that it is their legal right to ask for adjournment, and now the matter has been adjourned till May 27th, and the matter shall again be heard at the Jabalpur High Court at 2:30 p.m. On May 27th. Now this is a setback for Twisha Sharma's family as well as the entire nation that is now seeking justice for Twisha Sharma. Gesu.
Thanks very much for getting us a lowdown on the situation. Now, viewers, in the latest, the High Court in Jabalpur has adjourned the bail cancellation hearing of the ex-judge Giribala Singh. The next date that's been given is 27th of May, so she gets 2 days to file her response. In fact, my colleague Harsh has also spoken to Mrigendra, who is Giribala's lawyer in the case. Listen into what he has to say about this adjournment.
सर, हमको बताइए क्या मांग होगी आपकी अभी आप जब बात गिरिबाला जी का पक्ष रखने के लिए जा रहे हैं अंदर, क्या होगा इस पूरे हियरिंग में, क्या आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या आप अपना साइड रखें?
सीनियर विल आर्ग्यू द मैटर एंड जो भी होगा आपको हम बता देंगे.
बट क्या लाइन ऑफ एक्शन आपको पता होगा आपके एंड से क्या है? गिरिबाला जी, अभी कुछ इनपुट्स ये भी आ रहे थे कि गिरिबाला जी शायद खुद भी अपना मैटर में कॉन्टेस्ट कर सकते हैं.
देखिए, हमें भी आपके न्यूज़ चैनलों के माध्यम से पता चल रहा है कि लॉयर्स ने छोड़ दिया है, केस वापस ले लिया, जबकि ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. जॉर्ज सर पहले भी देख रहे थे, लोकल लॉयर वो हैं, वो अभी भी देख रहे हैं.
तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मैडम की तरफ से लॉयर्स अपेयर होंगे, सीनियर काउंसिल आर्ग्यू करेंगे।
सर मृगेंद्र सिंह जी जो ये केस में का हिस्सा थे वो अभी हमारी उनसे फ़ोन पे बात हुई है, हमारे पास उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग है जहाँ पे वो बोल रहे हैं कि उन्होंने समर्थ सिंह को सरेंडर करने के लिए बोला था, जिस वजह से शायद उनका परिवार खुश नहीं था और इसलिए अब वो उनका फ़ोन नहीं उठा रहे और उनका बिल भी नहीं भरा गया है समर्थ सिंह के परिवार से।
इस मामले में नो कमेंट। देखिए वो बेल उन्होंने आर्ग्यू करी थी, वो थे उस टाइम पे, उसमें कोई कमेंट्स करना।
गिरिबाला जी आने वाली हैं यहाँ पर?
लॉयर विल आर्ग्यू ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ।
Viewers, in fact, Republic also managed to speak to the lawyer Mrigendra, who recently excused himself from the case. Let's listen into what his stand is in the entire matter.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Sir, this is Harsh Trivedi from Republic TV.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Could you please guide me? What made you leave the case? Were there some moral, ethical grounds? What was the primary reason you left the case?
I withdrew his matter. I withdrew the bail. I asked him to surrender. They might not be happy with me. I don't know. They have not spoken to me since that.
Sir, so they asked you to withdraw or you withdrew from the case yourself?
I withdrew. I advised them earlier. I have advised them that I should be withdrawing that matter. So that time they said, you decide. And after I withdrew the matter, thereafter they have not spoken to me.
Sir, so basically you asked Samad to surrender and they were not happy with you saying that?
Yes. I definitely asked him to surrender.
And sir, were there some moral or ethical grounds for you as well when you decided to withdraw?
After I raised my bill, they have not paid my bill. They have not paid my fee.
So they have not even paid your bill. That is what you're saying?
Yes.
And so
and they have not been speaking to me for last 3 days.
So have you ever got a chance to also speak to his mother, Giribala Singh?
No. They didn't pick up the call.
Okay.
My juniors called them, they didn't pick up the call.
So they have not even paid your bill and they were not happy with you asking Samad to surrender?
Yes.
And
I think so.
And sir, anything on why did Samad appear before a sessions court in Jabalpur when the High Court's order said something completely different?
No, I don't know anything.
So you were not involved in that particular?
No, nothing.
And sir, there is no communication then after, right?
No communication, not at all.
Okay. And sir, anything on Giribala Singh's bail petition? Were you also involved in that?
I will not be appearing because I have no instructions.
Okay, but sir, earlier there were conversations between you and the family that you might also represent Giribala Singh.
Last 3 days, they will not have any conversation with me, and I will not be appearing since I don't have any instructions.
Okay, sir. Sir, anything on what can be done next, because now the investigation might officially be handed over to the CBI. So anything?
That I suggested them that you should also file an application, a petition in the High Court for CBI investigation.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to the public, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Viewers, now shifting focus to what's happening in Assam. The Assam government has tabled a bill on the Uniform Civil Code seeking to ban polygamy and also make registration of live-in relationships absolutely compulsory. Now, Assam's Parliamentary Affairs Minister Atul Bora introduced the UCC Bill 2026 in the 126-member Assembly on behalf of Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. Now, in fact, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma made this a forefront of his campaign during the elections, where he said that if the BJP and if Himanta Biswa Sarma is brought back to power, then UCC will be implemented in the state. In fact, let's listen into the Parliamentary Affairs Minister of the state, Atul Bora, who has also tabled the bill, on the floor of the Assembly.
Honorable CM is not here today. He left for Delhi. He's coming. On behalf of the Chief Minister, I have tabled the UCC today in the House. And our Honorable Chief Minister, he committed that if he comes to power, if MDA comes to power, it will table in the first session. And that has happened today.
In fact, my colleague Aniruddha joins us on the broadcast to get us more details into the matter. Aniruddha, speak to us about the details. You know, the UCC will obviously fare well through the floor of the assembly. The BJP is in majority. But what are the discussions that have taken place as of now? Is the bill being faced by any opposition at all on the assembly floor? Aniruddha.
Yes, the Congress party has definitely stated that they will be opposing the UCC, and it has been also slammed by the Congress's move of opposing the UCC in Assam has been slammed by the BJP as well, and BJP has to say that the Congress party is only doing so for the minority appeasement, or particularly the appeasement of the Bangladeshi Muslim vote bank that they have. If we closely have a look on the provisions that has been made in the Uniform Civil Code Assam Bill 2026, which has also been already passed by the cabinet, and after that it is being tabled here and it will be debated in the House on May 27th. This bill proposes a uniform civil legal framework for all the residents of the state, and particularly four aspects have been dealt very strongly. One is banning polygamy. Second one is abolishing child marriage. Third one is bringing in strict regulation as far as live-in relationships are concerned. And fourthly, the succession right of women. Many women in many, particularly among the minorities, they don't have the right of succession. So now with this UCC, the BJP is trying to bring in a succession law, which from now onwards, if someone doesn't follow the succession norm, then there will be a strict punishment or penalty. Likewise, as far as live-in relationships are concerned, in civil relationships also, now after passing of the Uniform Civil Code Bill Assam 2026, the registration of live-in relationships will be mandatory in the state, and also if someone decides to step out of a live-in relationship, then it will have to be mutual. And that too also needs to be notified. And in some cases, as far as live-in relationships are concerned, there will be also, strict norms and procedures which have to be followed. Apart from this, uniformity has also been brought in for marriages, like 21 years for boys and 18 years for girls. However, as mentioned very clearly in this bill, in the introduction of the bill, the scheduled tribe communities has been exempted, and all the customary laws, this is very important because, there are many communities in Assam, tribal communities particularly, who practices customary law. Customary laws are exempted from the purview of this bill. However, all the religious laws, that will be null and void once this bill is passed.
So all the religious differences over the laws of marriage, divorce, and even live-in relationships will be null and void. That's what my colleague Aniruddha gets in. And of course, there's no doubt that the bill will pass through fairly easily through the floor of the assembly because the BJP cabinet is in absolute majority. Now, viewers, shifting focus and taking a look at what's happening in Karnataka. Huge rifts between the Congress's senior leadership back in the capital Delhi and Karnataka's Congress unit, especially Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is set to leave for New Delhi at 7 p.m. today, along with his cabinet, for a meeting with the Congress High Command. Now remember, according to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, he says that he's been summoned by the Congress senior leadership to come to New Delhi for an urgent meeting. And he also goes on to say that he has zero idea for what this meeting is going to entail, what this meeting is about. So once again, this goes on to show major rifts, major communication rifts as well, in between the Congress senior leadership back in the capital, New Delhi, and also Congress's Chief Minister in Karnataka, who's been incumbent for so many years and has been representing the party, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Now let's listen in to Karnataka Chief Minister and what he has to reveal on him being summoned to the national capital.
I am invited to Delhi. Tomorrow there is a meeting by 11 o'clock. I don't know the subject. But I am invited. Last night, Mr. Venugopal called me and intimated me the date and meeting. Speculations are always there.
In fact, my colleague Abhishek from Republic's Kannada newsroom joins us on the matter. Abhishek, give us a background of what these shocks might look like. We're expecting Rahul Gandhi to be there. Of course, Arjun Kharge could be there too. But, the Chief Minister says that he's been summoned and he has no idea for why that's happened. So get us the details of what this looks like.
The latest development is that not only Chief Minister Siddaramaiah but also DCM, the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar has also received a call from the High Command stating that these leaders will have to be present at the Congress office or the headquarters of the Congress tomorrow morning at 11 for a high-level meeting which might be attended by Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Randeep Singh Surjewala, KC Venugopal, along with various other core community members of the Congress party at this point of time. Not to forget Mallikarjuna Kharge is the AICC president who had previously mentioned that it is the High Command who will decide if CM Siddaramaiah will have to step down from the chair of Chief Minister and make way for DCM DK Shivkumar to be throned as the Chief Minister. On the other hand, it was K.N. Rajana, the former Minister of Karnataka government, who had mentioned that there will be a rift in the government in the month of November 2025, indirectly mentioning the fact that there might be leadership change or the cabinet might be reshuffled in the month of November 2025, after which the High Command made sure that K.N. Rajana steps down from his position as a minister. Now that we are in 2026 May, the High Command of Congress might have finally decided that the full stop has to be brought at this point of time, because they are probably witnessing another election in the state of Karnataka in the next 2 years, and they've also clearly seen after the elections in the 5 states, Congress has lost its majority in various other states in the last couple of elections, and this is why they might be wanting to make sure that the Karnataka's voters wouldn't get out from the Congress party. And at this point of time, and this might be a crucial time where the High Command of the party decides if CM Siddaramaiah will have to continue in the same position or will he have to make way for any other leader other than DK Shivkumar or any other person whom the High Command might indicate. We've also been informed by CM Siddaramaiah that he doesn't know the meeting's agenda. This might be a clear political strategy of CM Siddaramaiah to make sure that the news doesn't reach out to any other public, to make sure that the government is the government is functioning smoothly and there is no difference between DK Shivkumar and CM Siddaramaiah. But various other ministers in the Karnataka government have mentioned that this meeting is only political and might be one of the highest level meetings to make sure that the changes, or if any changes is going to happen, will be decided in tomorrow's meeting. So we are awaiting the response from the High Command as well. However, when Randeep Singh Surjewala was addressing a press meet at the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee's office, he didn't want to comment on this particular issue because he wanted to only talk about the price rise of the petrol and the diesel, but he didn't want to comment anything on the leadership change or the cabinet reshuffle. But CM Siddaramaiah has hinted in the press meet itself, if any questions has to be placed in front of me, it is better that you ask Randeep Singh Surjewala because he is a part of the High Command. So indirectly hinting that there might be a political change in the next couple of days, and this might be decided after tomorrow's high-level meeting, which is about to happen at 11 in the morning. Gezu.
Right, Abhishek. In fact, that is a detailed lowdown. In fact, we're also just learning in that the Deputy Chief Minister has also now been officially summoned by the Congress party, like you said. In fact, just a few moments back, he had sort of raised some contentions, and he said that in case he is summoned, he will also go to Delhi. So at 7 p.m. today, when Chief Minister Siddaramaiah takes his flight, we can also expect DK Shivakumar along with the cabinet to, sort of accompany him to come to Delhi, because they've all been summoned by by the Congress High Command. Now, viewers, shifting focus to another breaking development that we're getting in, and this comes in with connection to Dawood Ibrahim's aide, the drug kingpin Salim Dola, who's been arrested earlier. Now, Mumbai Crime Branch is all set to take the custody of Dawood Ibrahim's aide, Salim Dola, who was questioned for about 2 weeks by the Mumbai Crime Branch in connection with the Sangli drugs case. Now, in the latest, Dola's suspected involvement in the Mysuru drug manufacturing network is also under intense scanner. Now, as authorities probe his larger role in interstate narcotics operations, another development comes through after 2 weeks of scrutiny straight. Now, Salim Dola, Dawood Ibrahim's key aide and the drug kingpin, will also be questioned in relation with Mysuru drug manufacturing case. Now, Meenakshi, my colleague, joins us from Mumbai to get us more details into the matter. Meenakshi, we're seeing more developments in respect to Salim Dola. He's going to be taken into custody by the Mumbai Crime Branch. And not just that, now another drug link has come to fore after Singla. It's the Mysuru drug manufacturing that he's going to be under scanner for. Meenakshi.
That's absolutely right. You have rightly mentioned Salim Dola was earlier questioned for nearly 2 weeks by the Mumbai Crime Branch in the Sangli drug case, and investigators are now focusing on his alleged role, links with the Mysuru-based drug manufacturing racket and his possible role in the larger conspiracy, larger narcotic syndicates. And today, Mumbai Crime Branch Unit 7 produced Salim Dola before a court in connection with the same case. And following the hearing, the court remanded him to judicial custody. And crime branch officials suspect that further interrogation could reveal major links, connection with the drug networks of Salim Dola. And investigators are also probing the financial trial, supply chain, and the identities of alleged handlers and suppliers associated with the operation. And Salim Dola, who is believed to be a close aide of Dawood Ibrahim and agency, suspects organized crime links in the expanding narcotic investigation. So it's not only in Sangli, also Mysuru drug link is connected with Salim Dola, and several states drug trafficking, also drug links are connected to the Salim Dola. And now investigators believe that Salim Dola could reveal major links with other drug network also. So this is very important for today. Back to studio.
Right, Meenakshi, thanks for getting us a lowdown on the situation, and of course we'll closely keep tracking the case. We also tracked the case when he was brought back from Turkey, from Istanbul, using an Interpol direction that was issued by the Mumbai police. For now, viewers, it's time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere. News and updates continue on the other side. And in fact, the top court has also slammed the key accused, ex-judge Kiribala, over remaining uncooperative in the probe in Twisha's unnatural death case. Getting you all the details, stay tuned.
Amity University has one of India's largest merit scholarship programs for brilliant students. Over 9,000 students with 90% plus in their 12th boards are currently at Amity, benefiting from the culture of academic excellence and focus on research and innovation. To be with like-minded students who want to be successful, apply at amity.edu/scholarships.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail. which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right winger. But ladies and gentlemen,
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से
जीरा सिप असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old.
Headlines brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Madhya Pradesh High Court adjourns Giribala's bail hearing to the 27th of May. She gets 2 days' time to file her response. Chief Justice of India-led Supreme Court bench concludes hearing the Twisha's unnatural death case. CBI team to head to Bhopal today to take over Twisha's case. The CBI team will also take full custody of Samarth and re-register the first information report. Top court slams accused Giribala over remaining uncooperative with the probe and giving interviews to the media. Republic accesses more details of Samarth's questioning, a police probing who shielded him for 10 straight days. Viewers, now getting in a breaking development from Tamil Nadu. The 3 AIADMK MLAs have now resigned from the party and their seats after CV Shanmugam faction supporters met the Assembly Speaker JCD Prabhakar. Now this is big, another split that comes in from the AIADMK. 3 more people have left the party. They've absolutely officially put down their papers. Now the resignations have reduced the AIADMK's strength in the Tamil Nadu Assembly floor to just about 44 MLAs. Now remember, the principal opposition party is seeing more and more divides and rifts after MLAs deflect and choose to join the TVK. Now the three legislators have joined the TVK and also met Minister Adav Arjuna, who is from the TVK, as part of their formal induction into the party, into Vijay's newly formed party that took Tamil Nadu by a surprise, sweep the elections and left the DMK and the AIADMK completely stunned. Now major rifts that are coming in between AIADMK, they continue as three more party MLAs resign to join hands with the TVK. In fact, my colleague Sarda has also spoken to political leaders and the MLAs about this defection. Listen in to what they have to say.
All 5 members meeting press peoples in front of people. Sir, says our.
Is the party going to be continuing under the leadership of Edapadi? Now, 3 of them have joined TVK. Now, AIADMK has...
No. All 5 members meeting press peoples in front of people. Sir, says our.
Is the party going to be continuing under the leadership of Edapadi? Now, 3 of them have joined TVK. Now, AIADMK has...
No.
In fact, Sarda, my colleague who also spoke to OS Manian, joins us on the phone line to get us more details into the matter. Sarda, what exactly are we looking at? The AIADMK has been reduced to just 44 seats on the floor of the State Assembly. That is not looking good for the AIADMK. And these people who are resigning from the party continue to join the TVK. Sarda.
Well, AIADMK initially had 47 MLAs, but now 3 of them have resigned and 3 have joined TVK, and they met Adav Arjuna in the Secretariat after resigning from their MLA position. So now 44 MLAs in the AIADMK, but to remind our audience, we know that there is a split in the AIADMK where 25 of them support the TVK, out of which 3 have now resigned and joined the TVK as MLA. So apart from Trichy East, it is also 3 other constituencies that will go into by-election in the next 6 months. That includes the 3 MLAs who just resigned from the party of AIADMK. So apart from Trichy East, where Vijay is resigning, there will also be Maduranthakam, Perendurai and Tarapuram, where the 3 MLAs who have now resigned and joined the TVK party from the CV Shanmugam and the SP Velumani factors. So Maragadam Kumaravel, Jayakumar and Satyabama have decided to leave the AIADMK, stating that the party is not fit for them anymore and have joined the TVK. So now, what comes more is if the AIADMK split factor, 5 of them also met the speaker and have extended support to the EPS. So
you know, Sarda, you also spoke to the senior party leadership, including AIADMK, OS Manian. Speak to us about the details of what they have to say about these defections that are coming back to back. They've reduced the party's strength on the floor of the State Assembly to just 44 situation. That is really going to put AIADMK exactly where the TVK said, out of the political arena altogether.
Well, a very tough time for the party of the AIADMK. While the AIADMK General Secretary points out that it was one of the strongest party under Jayalalitha, is now crumbling into pressure with the members and the cadres of the party having difference of opinion and with the leadership not taking stern decisions. Initially, CV Shanmugam factors and SP Velumani also pointed out, telling that the Edapadi Palaniswamy had talks with the DMK going on for an alliance without letting the TVK come to power. And that's initially where all the problems started, where the MLAs tried to extend their support to the TVK and did not want to join hands with the DMK. Now, the question comes with an unnatural alliance if the AIADMK and the DMK joins, that the people will not happy, and that even if Jayalalitha and MGR would not agree, the party founders would not agree for this kind of cooperation that the AIADMK leader Edapadi K. Palaniswamy.
Kolkata, where police has reached outside the residence of Abhishek Banerjee. That's a big breaking news development coming in from Kolkata. With the changed circumstances now, Kolkata police right outside Abhishek Banerjee's residence. We'll have to see whether this is in connection with the various notices that were given to Abhishek Banerjee in connection with the number of properties that were there in his name, 42 at some by some accounts. And these are pictures of Kolkata police personnel at the residence of Abhishek Banerjee. We'll try and connect with our reporters on the ground and in fact our Bangla newsroom also. In fact, we have a reporter. Can we cut to the audio of the reporter? I can translate.
এমনটা কিন্তু কলকাতা পুলিশের পক্ষ থেকে জানানো হচ্ছে।
Our sister channel, our Bangla, reporting live from outside the residence of Abhishek Banerjee in Kolkata. And seems like a search is going on because this posse of policemen are standing outside 188A Shanti Niketan, reach the residence address. Whether some cops are already inside or whether these are the only cops and they are asking some questions to the attendant. Seems some exchange going on. If we can cut to it. Some exchange, some inquiries going on. Okay, let's listen to it.
আগেই একজন বেরিয়ে এলেন বাড়ি থেকে এবং তাকে তার সঙ্গে পুলিশ আধিকারিকরা কথা বললেন এবং ভেতরে যারা রয়েছে তাদের পারমিশন নিয়ে তাদেরকে জানানোর পরে সেই সমস্ত আসবাবপত্রগুলো কিন্তু এখান থেকে নিয়ে যাওয়া হবে। ফলত অপেক্ষা করছেন এই মুহূর্তে কলকাতা পুলিশ আধিকারিকরা বাইরে অপেক্ষা করছেন, ভেতর থেকে কি উত্তর আসে সেদিকে তারা তাকিয়ে রয়েছেন এবং পুলিশ কিন্তু এখান থেকে তাদের আসবাবপত্রগুলো যেগুলো রয়েছে সেগুলো কিন্তু নিয়ে যাবেনি, এমনটা কিন্তু তাদের পক্ষ থেকে জানানো হচ্ছে।
একেবারে ইন্দ্রাশিস, তুমি আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকো। এই মুহূর্তে আমরা যে ছবি
All right, it seems some search is going on, some inquiry going on, and the attendant was asking with what permission are you coming in, but this seems like a big posse of policemen, about 15 of them, and they seem to be there, and going by their body language, it seems that they're going to be around for a while, they're not going back. Mid-level, junior level officers. We'll have to see whether they're accompanied by some senior, whether there is an ongoing search, whether this is just some kind of inquiry. We'll connect with Kishalay.
তারই মাঝখানে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি কলকাতা পুলিশের টিম তারা কিন্তু শান্তিনিকেতনে চলে এসেছেন এবং তাদের যে সমস্ত আসবাবপত্রগুলো রয়েছে সেই সমস্ত জিনিসগুলোকে কিন্তু এখান থেকে নিয়ে যাওয়া হবে বলেই এখনো পর্যন্ত কলকাতা পুলিশের পক্ষ থেকে জানানো হচ্ছে।
একেবারে ইন্দ্রাশিস, তুমি লাগাতার যে ছবিটা দেখাচ্ছ, একাধিক আসবাবপত্র বাড়ির ভেতরে রয়েছে, টিভি রয়েছে।
Okay, we are still awaiting details of why these policemen, these cops are at the residence of Abhishek Banerjee. We have our Bangla reporter, in fact, reporting outside from the place where this is happening as we speak. And Abhishek Banerjee's residence there. There was a time just a fortnight ago when the cops would not dare come that side, even if there were some legitimate inquiries to be done, investigations to be done. And now it seems the cops in a changed circumstance.
We see that the police constable are sitting in front of the Abhishek Banerjee's house, and the Kolkata police big team is reached at the Abhishek Banerjee house. So Vijay Somnath Pal
We'll try and connect with our colleagues in the Bangla newsroom in Kolkata for more details. But as of now, the only thing we can confirm is that search or inquiry operation is going on at the residence of Trinamool leader, effectively number 2 in the Trinamool setup, and nephew of former Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee. Abhishek Banerjee has many probes going on against him, including that of Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation in the coal mining scam, for example, among others. There are a couple of more, and in the latest instance, we have seen cases getting filed against Abhishek Banerjee for inciting communal tension. And in fact, the kind of comments he had made just before the elections.
Hello.
Okay, no, then we come out of this and we go to it later when we get a voice to explain what exactly is happening. All right, coming out of that, we'll go back to the Kolkata story just in a bit when we have our reporters there coming live with us. From Kolkata to Karnataka, where Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has said or announced that he's all set to leave for New Delhi at 7:30 p.m. tonight for a meeting with the Congress High Command. And according to sources familiar with the developments, during his visit, Siddaramaiah is expected to meet senior party leaders including Rahul Gandhi, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, and AICC General Secretary K.C. Venugopal. And this is in connection with the off and on change of leadership speculation that keeps happening in Karnataka in the tug of war between Siddaramaiah and his number 2 DK Shivkumar, who's been snapping at Siddaramaiah's heels for a while now. In fact, just some time back, the two leaders were together. They spoke about their impending Delhi visit. They are coming together along with some other cabinet ministers. Let's listen to them.
I am invited to Delhi. Tomorrow there is a meeting by 11 o'clock. I don't know the subject. But I am invited. Last night, Mr. Venugopal called me and intimated me the date and meeting. Speculations are always there.
ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
All right, coming out of that, Siddaramaiah there admitting that there is a speculation, of course, but he does not know why he has been called. Now to Kashmir. From Kolkata to Karnataka to Kashmir, the K bulletin, as it is turning out in Kashmir, reports coming in that about 300 tourists were stranded mid-air after the Gulmarg gondola service developed a technical fault and got stuck. These are pictures of the administration mobilizing disaster response and rescue efforts there by the disaster management teams. They seem to be carrying ladders to bring the people down. The gondola as such is not very high from the ground, but it's still hanging like a trolley being carried on ropes. There's a ropeway that it is in Gulmarg, a very famous one. And it's got stuck. It's stopped. And we'll connect with Zeenat, Zishan or Erawat in a bit and try to find out exact status of the situation. In fact, we have Zeenat joining us over the phone for more on this. Zeenat, what's the latest you can share about this incident? How long have the tourists been struck? When did this happen? And have rescue operations started?
The rescue operations, Abhishek, are underway because the hundreds of the tourists were stranded aboard after the largest cable car in South Asia at the Gulmarg Resort in the North Kashmir. This developed a technical problem or a technical snag. We say the operation of both the phases here in the Gulmarg gondola was suspended following the malfunctioning. In fact, the hundreds of the tourists were seen earlier. They were enjoying this ride, but later the rescue operations were carried by the Indian Army, the SDRF, NDRF, and all those who were the part of the restoration work on the cable system, which is going on at present. There has been a tweet that has come from Umar Abdullah also that he is monitoring. He's monitoring the situation himself as far as the Gulmarg technical Earlier also we have seen such snags, but this time it's been raining in the Kashmir Valley, and there is already a rush at the tourist spots because of the summer. This is one of the famous tourist destination where the people come.
Famous tourist destination where the people come for the gondola ride. Although the rescue operation has been covered, but now the teams are working for the restoration of the services as far as the gondola is concerned.
Zinat, so you're suggesting that all 300 tourists who were stranded mid-air have been pulled down safely, brought back to ground safely, and that now the issue is just about getting the whole thing started again?
Yes, absolutely, Abhishek. There has not been any report of the injury or the casualty as far as the rescue operations that were conducted by the district administration of Baramulla along with the joint security forces. All the tourists who were enjoying this cable car ride, they have been evacuated safely. They were all taken to the safer places where we see the administration have pumped into the services. Omar Abdullah himself has confirmed on the X handle that he is also monitoring the situation and the technical snag. They are trying to rectify the malfunctioning that had taken place. But yes, this is the second, almost in the last couple of months, we are seeing another snag that has developed at the gondola, the cable car, which is one of the largest in the South Asia.
All right, thank you so much, Zinat, with those update. We are in fact getting more visuals from the Gulmarg gondola, which was stuck and due to a technical snag. New pictures of relief and rescue, even as Zinat suggests, is informed that all the 300 plus tourists who were stranded have been brought down safely, that thankfully none of them is injured, and that the focus now is on making sure that the gondola rides start again soon. All right, coming out of Kashmir and down south again to Madurai, where a 17-year-old boy named Kubendran was hacked to death by a gang of 5 late last night near the Municipal Corporation car parking facility on North Avani Mula Street, adjacent to the Meenakshi Amman temple. The attackers, identified as Muthumani along with his younger brother Raj, Satish Kumar, Hari Krishnan and Muthu Kumar, arrived on 2 motorcycles around midnight and chased down Kubendran before repeatedly hacking him. He died on this spot. The incident stemmed from a revenge plot by Muthumani, who was still recovering from injuries sustained in a mutual assault with Kubendran during last month's Chitirai festival. Vilakkuthun police have registered a murder case, launched a manhunt for the absconding gang based on CCTV footage, and sent the body for post-mortem at Madurai Government Rajaji Hospital. Local residents have alleged that antisocial elements frequently indulge in alcohol and drug consumption in shops within the corporation-run parking area, urging intensified police patrolling in the high-security temple zone to curb such law and order issues. Sharda, in fact, joins us over the phone for more on this. Sharda, this seems like a personal rivalry between 2 gangs spanning out and leading to the death of Kubendran by these killing of Kubendran by these attackers. What the latest you can share in terms of the probe that police has launched?
Well, a 17-year-old was murdered in Madurai last night, and this comes after the fight between 2 boys unraveled 2 months ago during the Chitrai festival that happened in Madurai. So now this particular murder investigation done by the police points out, stating that if it is a personal, even if it is a personal situation, the Vilakkuthun police arrived at the scene and said that it was from the same localities that both Muthumani and Kubendran lived in, and that the assault attacked by each other was over a personal issue. So following that, Muthumani has hatched a plot with 5 other men to kill Kubendran last night when he was alone at the Meenakshi Amman temple car parking. Following this, the police has also recovered the youth's body, and during the investigation, it's been revealed by the public living in that area that the individuals who come there are engaging in various illegal activities that includes consuming alcohol or narcotics right outside the temple, and has said that it is a constant law and order issue problem in and around the area of the temple where Madurai Meenakshi temple is located. It's supposed to be a highly intensified surveillance operation should be in place to make sure that illegal activities do not happen, because it's a high security zone, because Madurai is a temple town and the number of tourists coming to the place is very high. Keeping that in mind now, the police have launched the investigation, and they are looking for all the 5 who are involved in this particular case.
All right. Thank you so much, Sharda, for joining us with all these details on this story from Madurai. Murder most foul. All right, moving on. Fuel prices have been hiked yet again, 4th time in the last fortnight by the government, of course, because of the fuel crisis that's panning out in front of us due to the ongoing Iran war and its fallout on the supply chains, global supply chains of oil and gas supply. In fact, we have more details on this development as to where things stand for petrol and gas prices across the cities in the country. Let's have a look.
A fresh fuel hike has now hit Indian consumers. Petrol and diesel prices have been hiked for the 4th time in a fortnight. Petrol prices have gone up by rupees 2.61 per litre, while diesel prices have been hiked by rupees 2.71 per litre. With the latest hike, the cumulative price hike now nears rupees 8 in the last 14 days.
For the 4th time in last 10 days, the fuel prices have hiked across the country, and the hit has also come to the consumers in Jammu and Kashmir. Here the fuel prices have surpassed the 100 marks for the petrol. Petrol is now being sold at 104 rupees and 30 paisa with a hike of 2 rupees and 71 paisa. And if we speak of the diesel, the situation of the diesel is that the per litre diesel is 92 rupees and 81 paisa. That has seen a spike of 2 rupees and 69 paisa.
The petrol prices in Delhi have now crossed rupees 100, as the price now stands at rupees 102.12 per litre, while diesel prices reaching 95.20 per litre. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, petrol prices have skyrocketed to about rupees 111.21 per litre. Petrol and diesel prices in Kolkata have also reached rupees 113.51 and rupees 99.82 respectively.
सर, जब घर से आए थे पता था कि जो फ्यूल का प्राइस हाइक हुआ है?
नहीं, हमें नहीं पता था।
2 रुपये 71 पैसे बढ़ा है। दिक्कत होती है आम आदमी को?
हाँ, होती तो है, फर्क तो पड़ेगा ही ना, पर क्या करें, पीछे से बाहर के कारण और उसी के कारण हो रहा है ये।
परेशानी तो है ही है, रेट कम होना चाहिए।
अभी किस तरह से गुजारा हो रहा है?
बहुत मुश्किल है, 100 रुपया लीटर ऊपर हो गया, मुश्किल ही है बहुत।
As global oil certainty continues, the question on everyone's mind right now, whether this is the final hike or only the beginning.
All right, with that, we slip into a short break, but coming up on the other side, how the topmost court of the country has slammed accused Giribala Singh for speaking out of turn, giving interviews to media and remaining uncooperative with the police probe in the Twisha death case. Short break coming up on the other side.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा प्योर मसाला।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा राजा और मसाला
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Live and Breaking with me, Ishita Mitra on Republic TV. Now, viewers, Giribala's bail hearing has now been adjourned to May 27, giving her exactly 2 days to file her response. Getting you all the updates on that on the other side. But first up, a quick check at the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Headlines brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can. High Court adjourns Giribala's bail hearing to May 27. Giribala gets 2 days to file her response. CJI-led Supreme Court bench concludes the hearing in Twisha Sharma case. CBI team to head to Bhopal today to take over Twisha's case. CBI team to also take custody of Samat Singh and re-register the FIR. Top court slams accused Giribala over remaining uncooperative with the probe and giving interviews to the media. Republic accesses more details of Samad's questioning, police probing who shielded Samad for 10 days. Welcome viewers, our top focus at this hour. Now, Delhi Gymkhana Club has moved Delhi High Court against the central government's order to vacate about 27.3 acre premises. Now, the government in fact had ordered Gymkhana Club to leave their premises by June 5th. And on this, Delhi Gymkhana Club has now approached the Delhi High Court against the central government's order directing it to vacate the 27.3 acre premises in Lutyens, Delhi by June 5th. Now, the plea in fact was mentioned before Justice Avnish Jingan by senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who sought urgent hearing in the case. Now, the judge agreed, in fact, to list the case for the hearing on May 26th, that's tomorrow, and the plea has now been filed by Gymkhana Club. All right, in fact, we're getting some more developments in this case now. The Delhi Gymkhana Club is now seeking an urgent hearing in the case, and they've approached the High Court against the central government's order, which asked them to vacate the premises, the entire 27.3 acre premises by June 5th. Now, on this order, in fact, the Gymkhana Club moved to High Court, and on this, we also have a reaction coming in from Kiran Bedi. Let's take a listen.
मैं 14 साल की उम्र से जिमखाना क्लब में खेलने आती थी अमृतसर में, सो मेरी बहुत सारी मेमोरीज हैं इसमें, और वो एक बड़ा ज़बरदस्त अच्छा स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स है। वो सिर्फ क्लब ही नहीं है, सबको जोड़ता ही नहीं है, बहुत ज़बरदस्त सीनियर सिटीजन्स भी वहीं, उन्हीं का घर भी है। सो मैं उस एंगल से करा था कि इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों की मेमोरीज भी हैं और एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग स्पोर्ट्स सेंटर भी है, और जो टेनिस के लॉन्स हैं जिमखाना में, वो एशिया के बेस्ट लॉन्स हैं। लॉन टेनिस में जिमखाना एक्चुअली आफ्टर कलकत्ता साउथ क्लब ये लॉन्स उससे भी बेटर थे। सो मैं 14 साल की उम्र से अमृतसर से आती थी खेलने, सो मेरी मेमोरीज़ 14 साल से जुड़ी हुई हैं जिमखाना क्लब से, इसलिए मुझे एक परेशानी हुई कि अब क्लब बंद हो जाएगी क्या।
All right, my colleague Saurabh now joins me on this. Saurabh, Delhi Gymkhana Club has now moved to High Court against the central government's eviction order. Give us more details about this.
Yes, Ashita, the Delhi Gymkhana Club has moved to the Delhi High Court against the order of the central government, which told the Gymkhana Club to vacate its 27.5 acre premises, which is situated in the national capital. And this club is situated at 2 Safdarjung Road, which is just beside the Prime Minister's house. And after this notice was served to the Gymkhana Club, their 600 workers and the members of the Gymkhana Club were gripped into the anxiety, and there was a tense environment there, as they are under a lot of pressure of losing their livelihood, and the Gymkhana Club members will lose their long-serving club, which is an exclusive club, and it is also a sports institution where these members could go and play sports. And now the Delhi Gymkhana Club members have moved to the High Court, and a senior advocate, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, will fight this case, and the matter is listed for Tuesday. And this Gymkhana Club has a long history, and it was built in 1913, back in the British era. And now the BJP government is claiming that this is a big step of the Modi government against the colonial development.
Nirmala Sitharaman, in fact, right now speaking on the LPG situation across the country. Let's cut across to that.
Marketing companies, because they are the ones who are procuring and selling. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, in fact, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman giving a reaction on the fourth fuel price hike which came in today, which led to about ₹2 price increase in petrol as well as diesel. All right, viewers, we're getting some breaking news development from Jammu and Kashmir now. About 300 tourists were stranded mid-air after the Gulmarg gondola service developed a technical fault in northern part of the Kashmir Valley. Now, this in fact triggered a large-scale operation involving army, police and local administration. About 300 tourists were stranded mid-air after this technical snag hit the gondola service. As you can see, they were trapped inside these car cables and they had to be rescued. It was a large-scale operation carried out by army, police and the local administration. In fact, women and children were also involved, which were rescued after a large-scale operation. In fact, the government has given a reaction on this. Umar Abdullah said that the government continues to closely monitor the situation and he is assured that all the cabins and stranded tourists are safe and trained teams are carrying out the rescue operation, so there is no need to panic. Now, that's the statement coming in from Umar Abdullah, who says that the government on the ground continues to monitor all the developments and trained teams are involved in the rescue operation, so there is essentially no need to panic. In fact, viewers, this comes as an accident unfolded in the Gulmarg Valley. This is where a technical snag hit the gondola service in Gulmarg area, leading to about 300 tourists getting stranded in these car cables. Now, this triggered a massive operation, a massive rescue operation carried out by the army, police, as well as the local administration. The government on the ground continues to monitor the situation and trained teams, in fact, are involved in the rescue operation. One message coming in from Umar Abdullah at the moment that there is no need to panic. All right, my colleague Zeenat also joins me with more details on this. Zeenat, take us through what exactly unfolded, how these 300 tourists got stranded due to a technical snag hitting the gondola service.
See, as you said, there has been a technical snag as far as the Gulmarg gondola cable car is concerned, and the situation is being monitored both by the LG of Jammu and Kashmir along with the Chief Minister. Chief Minister has tweeted about it, monitoring the situation. Meanwhile, LG Manoj Sinha has also directed the DGP Nalan Prabhat to proceed towards the site as the rescue operation has been concluded. And the rescue operation, there was some 300 tourists who got stuck in mid-air after the technical snag. There was a malfunctioning in the entire system that created panic in the area, but we've been seeing the machinery, the district administration, from the DCs to the Tehsildars to the joint forces from the army, CRP of police. We've been seeing the SDRF, in fact, the locals, the trekkers who are that part of this entire operation. There were some 300 tourists who got stuck in North Kashmir's Baramulla's gondola. The gondola is located in Gulmarg, which is a tourist resort or the ski resort, ski destination during the winters. We have seen the winter carnivals or the ski-related functions are usually held at this place, and people in the summer come for the gondola ride, which is one of the biggest attraction at this tourist spot. There was a technical snag that was witnessed earlier, and with the result that there was a panic in the area. Some 300 tourists were on board. And the moment it was noticed there is a malfunctioning in the entire system, the rescue operation was launched. Meanwhile, both the offices, LG administration as well as the Chief Minister's Secretariat, CM's office, is monitoring the situation, and also have been, we are picking from the sources that there has been no injury or the casualty as far as this incident in the Gulmarg, North Kashmir is concerned. There have been 300 tourists that got stuck, and the rescue operation were also conducted both by the joint forces and the civil district administration. There is a situation that is being continuously monitoring, or also the technical teams are working.
So the big takeaway right now that all the 300 tourists have been rescued safely, and of course the probe into what exactly caused this continues. Thank you so much, Zeenat, for joining us and giving us all the details. And now, viewers, another dowry death has been reported from Jaipur. It is creating outrage, and rightly so, as once again after new evidence has surfaced. Now, Anu Meena died by suicide. Her family claims that she was constantly harassed and abused by her husband, Gautam Meena, a PWD executive engineer. Now, the CCTV footage, mobile videos and messages are being examined by the police at the moment, and the family says that Anu had repeatedly told them that she feared for her life. Here are more details. Take a look.
Anu died by suicide on April 7 in Jaipur. Her family says she had been facing mental and physical torture for a really long time by her husband Gautam Meena. According to Anu's mother, she often called the family crying and asking for help.
7 बजे दिन में फोन आया था, बोले मम्मी बच्चे कैसे हैं? मैं अच्छे हैं बच्चे, तू कब तक आ रही है? बोली मम्मी मैं शाम तक आ जाऊंगी, लेट भी हो सकती हूँ, बच्चों को खाना खिला देना। मैं को ठीक है, मैं बच्चों को खाना वाना खिला दिया। 7 बजे फोन आया, 7 बजे फोन आते ही बोले मम्मी मेरे को बचा लो, मम्मी मेरे को बचा लो। मैं बोली तू चुप हो के बता तो सही तेरे साथ हुआ क्या? वो रोती रही रोती। अरे मैं बोली तू चुप हो एक बार, मेरे को सच तो बता तेरे साथ होगा क्या? बोला मम्मी क्यों कामाली के साथ अप्रैल चल रहा है गौतम जी का, मेरे को पता ही नहीं चला।
The family claims Gautam was addicted to alcohol and regularly fought with Anu over dowry and physically assaulted her many times. According to the complaint, on March 3rd, Gautam allegedly broke the television, spat on Anu's face in front of the children, beat her up with a shoe and tried to hit her head against a gas cylinder. Videos and CCTV footage of the incident were recorded. On March 13, Gautam locked Anu inside a room and left the kitchen gas open, putting her life in danger. The next morning, another person had to open the locked room. Despite all this, Anu continued to face threats and mental torture. Then, on April 7, Anu turned the LPG gas regulator and locked herself inside the room. She was later found dead due to suffocation.
अभी सीसीटीवी फुटेज परिवार के पास ही था, उन्होंने हमें उपलब्ध कराया। ओरिजिनल डीवीआर हमने सीज कर लिया है, उसे भी हम एफएसएल के लिए भेज देंगे। आरोपी से अभी अनुसंधान कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया है, उसकी तलाश चल रही है।
The police and forensic teams inspected the house after the incident and recovered videos and evidences from Anu's phone as important evidence in the case, as the family demands strict action against the husband and the in-laws.
All right, viewers, now let's take a look as to what's happening in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, 3 AIADMK MLAs, Margadam, Jaykumar and Satyabama, resigned from the party and their seats after CV Shanmugam faction supporters met Assembly Speaker JCD Prabhakar. Now, the resignations have reduced the AIADMK's strength in the Tamil Nadu Assembly to just about 44 MLAs. And 3 legislators have now joined TVK instead and met Minister Adav Arjuna as part of their formal induction into the party. So it is a big setback for AIADMK as 3 MLAs have now resigned from their party and switched sides to the ruling TVK. In fact, we also have a reaction coming in from the ground. Let's take a listen.
All 5 members meeting press peoples in front of people says our
Sir, is the party going to be continuing under the leadership of Edapadi now? 3 of them have joined TVK. Now AIADMK has
no. All 5 members meeting press peoples in front of people says our
Is the party going to be continuing under the leadership of Edapadi now? 3 of them have joined TVK. Now AIADMK has
no.
All right, viewers, we're looking at a big setback for AIADMK in Tamil Nadu. Now, 3 of the MLAs, in fact, have resigned from the party and switching sides to the ruling TVK, in fact. So it is a big setback for the AIADMK as 3 of their MLAs have now been officially inducted into TVK. My colleague Shada also joins me with more details on this. Shada, take us through this, this setback for AIADMK where 3 of the MLAs have, switched their sides to TVK now.
The 3 AIADMK MLAs who were part of the SP Velumani and the CV Shanmugam factor who extended their support to TVK and Vijay to form the government during the protest have now given a formal resignation to the speaker, stating that they would like to resign as the MLA. The speaker also have agreed to the resignation because they